Hey, what's up, everybody? BDF 44 coming at you another video. All right, so here's a therapy session, but I'm always coming to you guys with something that I don't like as it pertains to certain companies. Identity IQ is the latest on the list of people I want to talk about on this channel because Identity IQ, they have a good thing going for themselves. The business itself, if you need identity protection, all of that is dope. They have, in the 7 days I had their trial, I didn't have a problem with what they gave me. However, how they back you into subscriptions and how they make you cancel it is a business model that needs regulation. No different than the crypto companies, no different than Spam Likely and all the stuff that goes on with T-Mobile allowing Spam Likely until you set up for their spam block, and then now you don't get any calls anymore. I know they let those calls through. They're probably hiring people to call you to harass you so that you'll sign up for that bullshit. However, Identity IQ, on an entirely different tip, what they do is because they run credit reports. Anytime you want to go get your credit report, you're going to need a company like this to do it. So what they likely do in situations is probably have accounts with lenders, with apartment companies, all these different people. They make it so that in order to really get an apartment or whatever, you got to go through one of these companies by way of the people that are lending to you. So for example, I can't seem to get off the ground in regards to getting an apartment because everyone wants you to buy the application and purchase whatever bull crap they got with an Identity IQ company. All of these companies operate the same way. They want you to sign up with $1, do a 7-day free trial, and then cancel after 7 days, or they start automatically billing you. Of course, they're not open on Sundays, so anytime you actually have time to call them, they're not going to be available to answer the phone. But when they do answer the phone, you're going to sit there for 10 minutes listening to the jazz. Then they're going to pick up the phone, have you talking to somebody. You're going to tell them that you want to cancel, and they're going to make you listen to 10 more minutes of a spiel that you can't get off of. And the only way they'll let you off of that damn phone is if you listen to that spiel for 10 long minutes. I told that lady I had to get back to work. I could get fired. Doesn't matter, because if I want to cancel, I got to listen to the entire spiel. Or I can let the 7 days pass and they start billing me $30 every month. I'm telling you that this business model is bad for America. That's what I'm telling you. If I'm paying you $1 and you're counting on me forgetting that I've done that, only for you to start billing me 30 times that every month, yeah, that's something that's not right. That is wrong. That should be regulated. That should be illegal. There should be no reason for you to back me into something that I can't get out of. And not only that, but everything is accessible with these damn companies except for canceling the damn subscription. You got to call somebody and listen to somebody talk to you and a bunch of music for 25 minutes to cancel, but you can do every little thing to modify that online. Everything can be modified online. You can upgrade, downgrade, $100 more, $100 less, anything. But try canceling it, and you got to suddenly use a phone like this. We don't use the phone for this for pretty much anything anymore. But we got to do it to cancel some shit that we don't want. Yeah, right. I tell you, this is one of the reasons why I started my channel. Because there are certain things that we agree upon in 2023 that is absolute bullshit. Absolute. And I'm not going to hold my tongue anymore because I don't feel like it. I'm telling you exactly how I feel in the way that I want to say it. It's bullshit. And the reason why it's that is because they are backing you into something that you don't want for what you need by the way of what it is they're coercing you to need by way of businesses and agreements that are being done behind your back, only to put you in positions to where you think you need something, so you're going to do something you don't want to do, and then later on find out that you owe them $100, $200 that you done forgot about because you were just signing up under stress, likely because you were trying to get your credit run. So that's not a very comfortable thing for most people. You're getting your credit run, you're paying $1. You likely don't even have the dollar that you're spending because likely you are trying to move, so you need every dollar for what it is that you need to do on this level for which you're on if you're getting your credit run. Right? So they know you ain't got a lot of money because if you were the type of person who had a lot of money, you probably wouldn't be in this position in the first place. You probably ain't got a lot of time too because you're probably working a bunch of jobs trying to keep up with all this madness that is the credit system in this country. And if you don't have the money to represent it, then you'll have to constantly working to keep that money in place so that your credit can be good. All real credit is the ability to pay more and more and more into the system that is basically meant to suck and suck and suck you dry. That in and of itself, to me, needs to be regulated on high, especially when we know the money is being duplicated in a million different ways and not divvied out properly for what is being represented in the stock market. We know that. We talk about it every day. So this financial market in this country is warped. They got mental bondage in every situation and culture that's been applied and applied to us over the years by way of what's supposed to be normal for us to be treated when we know this shit don't make no sense at all. It's a bunch of scams. Insurance, scams, credit, scam. It's all scam. I'm sorry, I'm not buying none of it. Now, the more I understand about it, the less I like it. Credit ain't a reflection of my ability to be responsible. It's a reflection of my ability to earn. That's not responsibility. You see what I'm saying? They're like, oh, we're going to give you credit because you can keep up with it. No, I can keep up with it because I have the money flow coming in. That's not a sign of my responsibility. It's a sign of me being able to give you excess money. It's not credit at all. It's just being rich, rewarding the wealthy. So that's why it's like, man, listen, with all due respect to everybody who's in a position to play this game and succeed, F this game. The game is trash. It's been trash. It's meant to deteriorate the person's mind, ultimately put them in positions to waste their time doing things that don't make them better or exploit what it is that makes them better to make more money. Either way, it's bad for us. It's been bad for us. It's just something we've been doing the whole time. It's no good. It never has been any good. And so this is what I'm here to say, man. Identity IQ, you got a good business. You're following a business model that is wicked in nature. We've all agreed to it because we don't necessarily think that there's nothing wrong with being wicked as a world, as a whole. You get in where you fit in, you fight to the top, you step on others, whatever. That's how it works. And that's why we keep on having so many problems overall, because we allow these type of things to sip into the cracks to make our energy worse. And people walk around reacting to this nonsense every day while the few get wealthy off of this nonsense. That frustrates the rest of us and ultimately puts us into positions to waste our time in places we have no business being. On the phone with them, listening to them give us spiels about stuff we didn't already told them we want to cancel. How you gonna ask me three times to downgrade something that I told you initially I called to cancel? I don't want to spend $7. I don't want to spend $4. I don't want to spend $2. I want to spend no time telling you to go away. That's what I want to do. That's what I've earned by giving you the $1 and agreeing to do this for 7 days. You see what I'm saying? It's all a bunch of bullshit, man. And I'm over it. I'm over it all. Because these are the type of things that push other people into positions to have the energy necessary to push other people, so that therefore there's pressure upon everybody. Everybody's stressed. Everybody's trying to medicate. Everybody's trying to drink themselves to sleep. Everybody's trying to do whatever it does they can to feel good so they can keep up with this bull crap. And I'm telling you, all I find when trying to reacclimate myself out there is sunshine and every reason why I isolated in the first place. I kid you not. That's what I found. That I had it right. When I was staying away from most of y'all, doing what it is I was doing, getting better and getting healthier by the second. The only thing I didn't have represented for myself was the same thing I don't have to represent me having good credit. It's the cash flow to throw at the circumstance. Cash flow. Throw at it. I'm responsible. Why? Because somebody somehow gave me a bunch of money, or I earned it somehow, or convinced everybody that I'm worth it, so they paid it to me, and now I am king credit, and it's just bullshit, man. It is. It's been bullshit, and so that's where I'm at with it, man. I don't like the system. I think it's meant for a lot of people to fail, and for the ambitious to succeed without compassion in their hearts. And we'll make up for it on the back end with tax write-offs. I'm over it. The whole system is garbage. It's godless. It doesn't account for a whole lot of things that need to be accounted for. And ultimately, I think it creates the monsters that we ultimately hate seeing walking into certain places, shooting things up. These monsters are created by these models that embedded in their heads in different ways, in different angle. And you just find a bunch of this stuff and people just snap because they get tired of it. That's what it is. I know it when I see it. This is just one of many angles that lead to the breaking down of a mental mind. That's all it is. And so I look at Identity IQ as somebody who's trying to harm the mental health. T-Mobile trying to harm the mental health. Take-Two Interactive and their server nonsense that was meant to experiment on our minds. Bad for our health. And many other companies just like them. Bad for our health. I do not care. I don't care about whether or not people want me to say this or not, or whether or not this is harmful for your business. No, I don't care. You're at war with me. You've been trying to destroy my mind the whole time, as far as I can tell. Coercing me into cultures that want to kill me. Coercing my people into cultures that make them want to waste their time. And I'm supposed to sit up and say, yeah, it's culture, it's good. No. I'm not going to do that. What I am going to do is tell you what I don't like about it. And by way of suggestion, hope for change in the minds of the people who follow me, and thus suggesting in the minds of others how best to make this world a little bit more palatable for people who don't want to suffer these ills. And that's exactly what they are. Ills. You condition your mind to live through these ills, but they're still ills. I was thinking about the mind conditioning mindset of what it is I've been talking about lately. Condition your mind. But what you don't want to do is lie to yourself. conditioning of the mind, you can go to a point where you're crossing a line. There are certain things you do not like by nature. You can condition your mind to eat something that doesn't taste good, but if you condition your mind to eat mildew and bad food every day, your mind will be right, but your body will be destroyed. And so these are the type of things I'm talking about. It's like not everything is meant to be endured. Some stuff is meant to be rejected and dismissed and walked away from and what have you. And some of these practices that we're agreeing upon business-wise to make this ever so needed thing that we call money come to our lives, yeah, a lot of that stuff needs to be we need to kill these practices in this era so that we don't pass them to our kids to do the damage that it's doing to them. And I don't think anybody cares to do that because everybody's making money. And I'm telling you, they're gonna be making problems too. So it is what it is, man. Y'all have fun with these little business models. Y'all on a subscription basis. Let's just pay $1 now. Hope they forget about it and then hit them with the bill 5 months from now when they've long forgotten about what it is they were doing. Long forgotten about your little app that's in their phone, in the back of their phone that they didn't be looking at. You know what I'm saying? When I was trying to look for an apartment, I was trying my very best to do everything I needed to do and scramble around, and you gave me this wonderful offer. All I needed to do is remember within the 7 days of stress from which I'm doing all this stressful stuff, because you know that's all you apply yourself to is people who are stressed out. And all the 7 days of me trying to figure out what the hell I got to do with my circumstance for which I ran my credit for, I'm going to forget 9 out of 10 times that I'm going to owe you $30 if I don't turn this shit off. If I don't call somebody, listen to 10 minutes of jazz, and then listen to a 10-minute spiel. It's going to take 20 minutes of my day just to get something canceled that I know you could put a little red button on your app and make it very easy for me to do. Little red button, cancel. Hit it once. Ha, are you sure? Yes. Canceled. That's all your asses had to do. But y'all ain't gonna do that because it's too easy to walk away from you. You can't coerce us into different payments that we ultimately gonna forget about. If that little red button's right there, or for a notification at the top say, hey, yo, your 7 days is up. That would be nice. Hey, you're approaching your 6th day. We know you want to cancel since we're doing a service to you. How about we remind you, cancel this shit before it starts charging you? They ain't going to do that because they're not here to bring you a service. They're here to take from you. And the irony is they're meant, by way of what it is they're saying, to protect you. Now, I want to ask them, from a marketing standpoint, if I'm sitting in their marketing room, why in the hell am I trusting you when you're trying to coerce me into something I don't want? And then forcing me to stay in spaces that I don't want to be in order to get rid of it. And I'm supposed to trust you. You're the ones that's supposed to protect me from the ills that are out there that are supposed to be threatening me. And I'm supposed to not see that angle somehow in this head. I'm supposed to be so coerced into the culture of being mistreated and the culture of being crab in the barrel trying to step on everybody else to get my money that I'm supposed to forget that you are in fact trying to manipulate me into something I don't want. And therefore also trying to sell to me that you're my friend. Ain't no different than that dude on the block that's trying to basically coerce me into something that's going to get me thrown in jail for his behalf. Y'all ain't no different. I got your back, homie. By way of these numbers, we going to be cool. All you got to do is take that gun, shoot that stranger, and you're going to be a part of our crew. Go out there and do it. But I don't want to do that, man. I just want to be able to get home safely because I'm sick of y'all bullying me over there. But this is what we had to do, so this is what you got to do. Okay, identity IQ. I get it. BDF 44. I thank you all for watching. I'm out.